welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn. I'm the Reclusive Crafter. Today what is today? It's Wednesday, so it is No Waste Wednesday. If you saw the pile of paper I've got that I need to make use of, you would be horrified. For one reason or another, I've done various things, and I've ended up printing off loads and loads of pages because I really wasn't thinking about what I was doing. So I don't intend to waste it. So today is all about trying to make use of my mistakes, really. I am working on the Georgian Romance novel. I have literally been at the front cover all day. So I am going to show it to you because I'm really pleased with it, actually. I have still got, this is the spine that you see here. And this will be the back of it. And before I go ahead, I should say welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, you're more than welcome. If you're one of my regular subscribers, thank you for coming back again. And let's get stuck in. So here is my front cover. I have to say I am really pleased with it. I think it's very pretty. I think it's very in keeping with the Georgian Romance theme. And this piece here is actually the clasp that holds the book together. So you open it up like that, and then it closes up again like so, which is beautiful. I'm so pleased with it. It has literally taken me all day to work out what I was doing with it. So yeah, it's been a long old day. But it is what it is, and needs must, and we need to get on. So I have got the spine already made up. I'm going to stick that on now. I hope you're all doing well. We're well after Christmas now. All the decorations are down and trying to get some semblance of order to our lives. I had my last working day on this Monday just gone, and said a final farewell to everybody at work, which for me was great. I'm really, really pleased about it. So that was good. And my new chapter starts. So I'm just going to pop this. I just want to make sure I'm getting that the way round I wanted it. Yep, round. Okay, so yeah, just get the spine on, and that'll be another job done. And this, by the way, the spine decoration was just cut-offs from what I've already done on the front. So again, trying not to waste anything. So that's that one. And then the back cover, as you can see, I've brought that over quite a way because with the front being quite large, I thought it needed a good bit of bracing at the back, and I've just cut off excuse me, I've just cut off this sheet here to go on the back. Very nice clean back, that's all I want with that. And I'm just going to pop that on as well. I'm still a bit claggy. I had a cold. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had a cold over Christmas. I wasn't terribly ill with it, but it has left me feeling a little bit claggy and coughing quite a bit every now and again as well, which is a bit of a nuisance, but mustn't grumble. So, what are your plans for the new year, people? Have you got any plans for the new year? Are you working on any projects at the moment that would be nice to share? Happy to hear about all of your endeavours. Just giving this a right good glue in because we don't want it coming off, especially around the edges and the corners. Lovely jubbly. Let's get that down. Sorry, I'm really croaky at the moment. Is that about right? I believe it is about right. Lovely. I'm using quite heavy cardstock for this because I did use a heavy cardstock for the closure and I just want to make sure that you can't see the ridges and things underneath it. So the cardstock that I used for the closure was a 300 GSM black card for the base, and then it was covered with ordinary cardstock, so it's really quite thick, although this cardstock doesn't go all the way across, but I am needing to cover a 300 GSM piece of card underneath that without it looking like there's a big bulge in the cover. So that looks like it's doing the job quite nicely, which is good. Pleased with that. Lovely. So that's the back done. So that's effectively the cover of the journal done. I don't know if you saw that, but that is a little shaker heart in there as well, which is quite pretty. And there are 3 little blue hearts coming down there. The little heart with the turtle doves there. The little rings, that's an indication of marriage, I guess, betrothing, which they would be in those days. And then with love banner just at the top there, which I think is very pretty. So all in all, I'm really, really pleased with the front cover. I think it's beautiful. So for the inside, my plan here is to use this design. And I'm going to put that section on the front, and then Quelle Surprise, I'm putting that section on the back. And then once I've done that, I will also, I've printed out a second page on cardstock. I'm going to fussy cut around these and then stick them over the design there so that it gives a beautiful tuck spot on both the front and the back. So that's my plan with those. The heart, I'm not sure at the moment if I'm going to be doing anything with the inside of the heart. Haven't made my mind up on that yet. If you've got any thoughts about that, please do let me know, because I'm always open to suggestions and what your thoughts are. So if you've got any suggestions at all about what you'd like to do with, or like to see done with that, I am very much open to suggestion. You may also notice that there is a pink sparkly edge to this, and the reason for that is because when I put it all together, you could see the foam that I've used to hold this out so it made the shaker, and I didn't like it, and it was too thin a piece to be able to put a runner of another either material or card or something around it. And I didn't want to have to start all over again. So I very, very carefully put a bead of glue all the way round, pulled out my glitter, which my daughter-in-law would be horrified by because she hates glitter. My poor granddaughter isn't allowed to use it at home. And I put a little glitter board around, which has just finished that quite nicely, I feel. So yeah, that's how I finished off that border there. So I'm going to cut this now and get it ready for sticking in. And again, I'm really trying to think whether or not I want to keep the white border on. This was a bit of my issue with when I came to putting the signature together, because I kind of decided that I didn't want the blue border, the white border. And I went to cut it off, and I cut it off about half a dozen sheets and then decided I didn't really like it. I actually prefer it with the white border for this particular journal. Yeah, so I had to print my pages again. So I'm just wondering now whether or not I'm going to keep... You see, in my mind, I need to back that before I put that down. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm actually going to back that before I put that down. And I have got, you may recall, if you have watched any of my videos, that I did a Winter Wonderland journal with like a baby blue card in it. And I think I'm going to, just bear with me, I'm going to grab out some of that, and I'm going to got a couple of sheets here. I'm just going to back this so that I've got a background. So I'm going to trim these white edges off. Or I would do if my hair wasn't in the way. Okay, so let's just trim these little white edges off. Oh, it's got itself wrapped up in my thingy. There we go. Okay. So I hope your week's going well. I haven't really got a lot of news at the moment. Nothing really to speak of. Apart from being busy in my craft room, not a lot else is going on, to be fair. Right then, I am going to cut this at, I want it to be the same size as the front, and that was 8.5 by 6. So I'm going to cut these the same. So I want two 8.5 by 6s. So that's 8.5 by 6, and then that in theory should, yeah, that gives a nice border now, so it doesn't look quite so stark on the page. That's nice. That's exactly what I wanted. So that's one done. I'm just going to cut the other one. And again, these bits of cut-offs are really useful. 8. Oh gosh, what did I say? 8.5, 8.25. 8.5. So 8.5 by 6. Right then, so they're ready to go on. And I'm going to fabric-tack them so that, because this is, the edging of this, if you didn't catch my last video, is a fabric tape. So I want to make sure that this obviously adheres properly. So, do you know, this glue is really difficult to get out of here. I literally squash it within an inch of its life. Oh, oops, went over the edge there. Never mind, it's on the bit I need to glue, so no great shakes. Get a bit more down that edge. Marvellous. I'll be glad when I finish that bottle. It's driving me bonkers. Okay, I want this to be roughly in line. Probably about there. Does that look about right? Oh well, too late now, it's down. Got a little bit of splurgy bit there, get rid of that. There we go. That's that one. It's a beautiful blue, isn't it? And it really does look lovely with this design. That's that one. And then I'm going to pop that down as the backing. So I want that to be, if that was 8/6 rather, so I want that to be 5.5 to give me a 1/4 inch trim round. So I want that to be 5.5. So let me trim that one up. So 5.5. That's that one. And then if I cut this one at 5.5 as well, then that one will be ready. There we go. And that just gives me a little slither there to play with I don't know what, but we shall see. Okay, so that's that one. Just getting hooked up. And now, so this can go down with just ordinary glitter glue, because it is just paper to paper. And then I won't bore you to death with fussy cutting the flowers out. But that's what I'm going to be doing probably tonight while I'm sat watching the telly. And then I'll be back on Saturday with Stash Busting Saturday, using bits and pieces out of my stash to do some embellishing on the journal. So that'll be nice. Right then, let's try and position this down so that we've got it about right. About 1/4 inch all around. That's probably a bit too low, but it's too late now because it's down. So that'll do. That's the only thing with art glitter glue. It doesn't really give you wiggle room. You have to be pretty precise about your placing. But look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely stunning? That's so beautiful. Right then, I'm going to turn over now to this side. I'm going to put my pin in there so that that doesn't start clogging up on me. We're going to have another fight now with my Fabri-Tac because we love doing that. And I'm going to use both hands. Squeeze! If anybody out there knows why this is so hard to get out, the last bottle I had wasn't this difficult. Is there a trick to this that I'm missing? I really don't know. There we go. Oh dear. Just get a little bit on there. Did I get all the sides done? I think so. Right then, let's turn that. I didn't get a lot there. Let me just squidge that over a bit there. Okay. Just want to pull that into the corners as well. It's quite important to get the corners down, so I'm just smudging that into the corner a little bit. And thankfully it doesn't matter what way up this goes, so we are going to just place it down. Now that I do want to get it roughly at the same height as the front cover, so I'm going to, that's pretty much there, to be fair. I'm not heavily into big measurements and things, but it's nice to be pleasing to the eye if it's symmetrical. Okay, that's the back cover, and then I'm going to stick this one in here. That looks beautiful too, and actually goes nicely with the back as well. Love it when a plan comes together. always nice. And again, I'm just going to use the art glitter glue for this. A, because it's okay to do so, because it's paper to paper, but also it's not so difficult to get out of the bottle. Oops, that's a nice wiggly line, isn't it? There we go. Lovely, jubbly, jubbly, lovely. And then, again, a little bit of a 1/4 of an inch gap all round. Am I about there? I think so. Too late now. It's just attached itself. There we go. Smashing. So that's the front and the back inside covers done, and the main cover itself is now done as well. So there we go. Doesn't that look lovely? And now I've got the exciting bit of being able to embellish. So I have already printed out a bit of cardstock to do the tuck in with, so I shall be doing that later, but not on camera. And then I now need to work out where I want bits and pieces to go. You may recall, again, if you've watched any of the videos I have done a few bits and pieces. So I have this one, which is very pretty. That I think I'm going to be using as a belly band. I'm all glued up now. Potentially use that as a belly band, perhaps. Not sure yet. And this is where the fun starts. It's just finding places for everything, really. I did make this, and this is for the centre page, and that's going to be going there. So I could, well, mind you, I was going to say I could stick this in, but Mange to Rodney, I did want to give this a little spritz and use a slightly, isn't that pretty? Just to give it a little bit of an edge, perhaps. So yeah, I'm going to have a think about how I want to do that, whether I just bleed a little bit of ink into the edge there. I think that might work quite nicely. And do I want it blue or pink, or do I want pink and blue? That's nice. I like that there. That's very pretty. So that needs some work doing on it. I've got the paper clips, which can literally go anywhere. There's no reason why these can't just be slotted in, because I can move these around any which way I want to. And I'd also like to do a few little embellishments. I did find, look at these. In my, I should have saved this actually till, I can't get into it. I should have saved this till Saturday, because I found these in my stash. Oh, there we go. And they're tiny, tiny little hearts. Look, how cute are they? Do they actually open? I don't know. They look like they might do. Oh, maybe not. No, maybe not. I don't think they do open. Or not supposed to anyway. I've just pulled that apart. But I thought I could use those to hang off the little paper clips that I've done. Aren't they gorgeous? Little silver heart thingies. So I'm going to embellish my paper clips with those. I thought there was something stuck to that, then it's not. I've stuck stuff in it. I am a silly girl. Don't want to put that on there. Let's pop that one there for now. Like I say, I can always move them around later, because they're not They're not glued down, they literally just sit over the top of the page, which is lovely. Very pretty indeed. What's that one? Should I pop that one? Let's pop that. Oh, let's separate the pages. Come on. There we go. There we go. I'll pop that one in there for now. Okay, so that's them out of the way. Then I've got these two little envelopes. What should we do with these? Let's have a look. So I've got two little envelopes. That's a pretty one. I think I might put that one there and use it as a belly band, but I also need to find something to go inside it as well. So I'm going to pop that one there. And then if I go to the reverse side here, that one would work nicely there. So that's where those two are going to go. And then I've got these four little faux envelopes, which are very cute. And I've got, what else have we got here? Oh, I've got these as well, haven't I? I forgot about those. I've got these. And I've got these. Where's the other one of those? What's that? Oh, it's there. Silly Billy. Oh, and there's another one of those envelopes. So I'll have that one out as well. Okay, I'm going to put that in there for now. What have I just dropped? I've dropped my little heart flower thingy. Right then, let's have a look and see where we're going to put these. So these, I've got a 15-page journal. I really don't want embellishments on every single page. But it's also finding, oh, that's too samey, isn't it? Finding what works where. That's quite nice. I like that one there, so we'll go with that one there. In fact, where did I put that one? So I popped that one in there, which is 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at the reverse. So that would be there. So if I pop that one there, that's pretty, isn't it? And then those two are quite heavy backgrounds. So if I can find a lighter page for those. Maybe that one I quite like on there. And then, where are we with that? Let's have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So that would be there, which that one would work quite nicely there. So that's those in situ. This all might change, by the way. There's no rhyme or reason to anything. And then again, these are quite heavily background. So I want to put them somewhere where that's quite nice. What's on the reverse page of that one? That's the centre. So if I put that one there and that one there, quite like that. And then I've got these two. So where are we going to put those? So I've got, that's quite nice, isn't it? Do I want to, don't think that works. We've got pink, the pink and blue note. No, no, too busy. That one would work there because that coincides with that, which in principle should be the same as this one. So where's that one then? So that's, where is that? Where's the centre gone? It's there. 1, 2, 3. So 3 in from the centre. 1, 2, 3. So that's there. So that would look nice there then, because again it coincides, which is lovely. So that's all those in situ. So I can glue all those down, which will be nice, and that's already beginning to bulk out the journal. Oops, everything's on the floor again. So that's already beginning to bulk that out quite nicely. There we go. Very pretty. Happy with that. So I think I will start popping these down. This one I would like as a belly band. I'm not doing much of a waist using up session, am I? And I really need to, because, as I say, the amount of pages I have printed off getting this signature sorted out and the journal itself is just horrifying, really truly horrifying. So in actual fact, rather than glue everything down now, I think I will take a look and make some, I could do with some tags actually. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to make a start on putting the journal together, because I didn't really know where I was at with everything. So I'm going to put that to one side for now. And I think we will make a few little tags. And I've got plenty of this. I mean, she would make a lovely tag, wouldn't she? I'm going to make a tag out of her. So let's just take the white trim off so that we can see how much we're playing with. Do you know, it's freezing outside and we don't have our heating on very high, but I am absolutely boiling. I think our maximum temperature that we have is about 20 degrees, but most of the day it's down to 19. We just have it on boosts 20 for a couple of hours a day, really. Right, how big do I want tags? Let's have a look, see. If I use that, oh, where's those? What did I do with them ones? Let's have a look and see here. So that would be, I would want a tag of at least, because that would go behind there, wouldn't it? So I would want a tag of at least 7, yeah, about 7 inches by about 3 1/4. So how will that work with her? So if I took it that way round, let me just move this out of the way for now. 7 inches. What am I doing of? I wanted, where would that leave me there? How 7 inches, would that take her head off? Let me see. No, it wouldn't actually. So I could get the whole of her in there. And then I said 3 1/4, didn't I? How much of her dress would I be cutting off? Okay, so I think I will just trim that down to there for now. Okay, and then I want that 3 1/4. So that would be to there. That's beautiful, isn't it? And then I said about 7 inches, didn't I? So 7 inches. Oh, that does actually just skim my head off. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take that to that line there. I'm going to keep that little bit because that might be useful for doing backgrounds on words and things. Right, let's have a look and see if that will fit that pocket. Okay. Going to be a bit tight, I think. I'd need to be very careful with the glue, wouldn't I? The height's good. I like the height. Just a little bit concerned that might still be a little bit too thick. Whoops-a-daisy. And I'm just going to trim that just fractionally. Just take a little bit more of that edge off there. And now I want to back it. So this is my card stash, and these are just bits and pieces that I've cut off various bits. I'm just going to see if that fits on any of these. That doesn't. That's no good. It needs to be a piece. Oh, that's perfect. We shall use that one. Okay. So let's put some glue on here. And place that down there. That's lovely. Okay. Right then, let's just trim that up. She'll cut this side off first. I can use that for something else. Trim that one down. Oh, just caught the edge there. Let me just mend that. Oh, mind you, I'm going to be cutting that off anyway, so that doesn't really matter. So let me make this into a tag. I'm going to cut that off there. Turn it over. and trim that bit off there. There we go. And there we have a tag ready for the journal. So that's one done. So I need about 20 more of them, I reckon. So let me grab my journal that I'm throwing around. And let's have a look and see how that works. You see, that would work. That sort of size tag would work really nicely in there as well. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Nice. I'll leave that there for now. Although, will I? Yeah, because I haven't stuck the other one down yet, have I? Okay, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you very much for joining me today. I know it was more of a kind of a mishmash day rather than a no waste Wednesday. But I hope you like how it's coming on. I'm really pleased with it, actually. I think it's very beautiful. And I will look forward to doing a bit more of it with you on Saturday with stash busting, because I've got plenty of stash here now that needs busting quite heavily. So I shall see you all on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week, people. Bye.